it's almost as if once we have her, we start to let our guard down and feel like we don't have to do as much. These mistakes that we unknowingly do add up over time. And when you start to get your woman looking at you differently, this is the reason why. So the first point that I want to touch on are men who make too many jokes. Yeah, women may love and say that they like a man with a sense of humor. There's no question about it. You do have to have some sort of personality, something to keep her on her toes. But here's the problem with making too many jokes in your relationship. Your woman will start to turn sideways and look at you and be like, do you take anything serious? You can make jokes here and there, but you gotta learn how to read the room as men. You just can't continue to make joke after joke after joke and expect that this woman is gonna hold you in high regards with respect. Even with being serious, you have to have balance. But by you being a serious person, you're not gonna have so many people looking to test you. And that's the important thing. You can always show people who you truly are once they have earned your respect. You gotta understand that women respect the guy that can read the room and understand perfect timing when it comes down to being serious and when it comes down to be charismatic and make jokes when appropriate. If everything is a joke to you, that's when the attraction will start to switch up and you'll come across as being immature in her eyes. Another thing that gets us caught up in losing the attraction is being too clingy. It's so easy to fall into this label without realizing it. You start to text her all the time with hello, good morning, beautiful, or I love you, or worse, hey, what you doing? I know it comes from a good place in your heart. You just want to show that you care. But to her, translating this, it comes across as you have nothing else going on in your life and that there is no mystery. You start to come across as not being the prize that she was looking for. See, when women see this, they start to think, I must be the most important thing in this man's life. Does he not have a purpose? Women want men that have their own thing going on in their life. She simply wants to be a part of your journey, not the journey. You must remember, when you are too available to a woman, you become predictable. Women need a little space and a little mystery in order to miss you and grow closer to you. Another point that I want to go into is the whole Dadbod thing. One of the things that I've realized is that it's not the Dadbod itself that's attractive. It's the confidence behind that person. You need to understand that it is always our job to show through our actions that we're always evolving as men. Another thing that I've noticed that some men like to do is go on a complaining spree. Look, I get it. Life is hard sometimes for our journey as men. And it's natural to go from time to time to vent. But when you do this too much, when you're starting to complain too much about work, your family, or just every little random problem that you come across, that's when you start to become draining in her eyes. Women already have enough things that drains their emotion within a given 24-hour period. But to add on to the hard, complex problems that we have, that will deplete a woman's energy. And therefore, when you're looking to have that feminine energy when you come home from work and you want to be intimate, it's very hard for her to get into that intimate space when you bring the complex problems that she's counting on you to solve to her. But to compensate for not being able to vent to her, what I would recommend is, again, you need to find groups of men that are doing great things in your area. I spoke about complaining, but there are a select few of guys out here that love to gossip. Gossiping in a woman's eyes is a feminine characteristic. So if you do this, you're literally removing all masculine traits from her perspective. As a man, you have no business gossiping. You are here to be focused and worry about what's going on in front of you. If you continue to come to your woman like a woman and gossip, she's looking at this stuff and she's going to wonder, did I pick a man or did I pick one of my girlfriends? Lastly, I want to talk about emotions. Being emotionally intelligent is definitely important in a relationship. But here's the thing, guys. There's balance. If you're always leaning on your girl for emotional support, it can become overwhelming. Women want a man who can handle his own problems and his own emotions without being overly dependent upon her. See, the thing as men we need to understand is it's not about suppressing how we feel. It's more so about redirecting some of this energy so that way we can protect our women's feminine energy. Attraction isn't something you set and forget. Women are naturally drawn to the confidence, the strength, and our purpose that we're pursuing. The moment you start to slip, whether it's with, joking too much or being complacent, I guarantee you will give her reason to question her attraction for you.